Good day. Welcome to Monday, everyone. Hi, we are your hosts. I am Dean. This is Fernando. I'm going to move that a little far forward so people don't have to watch the water shaking the whole show.
Oh, wow. That's very wide.
That is very... Oh,
yeah. Super wide. That's it.
Huh. Oh. There you go. No, that should be better. All right. Sorry about that. It's been a rush to get us to this point. Very long day, for sure. Yeah. Hold on. Ooh. There we go. Okay. So here we are. Today is Monday. It's been, dude, I was just, we got this all set up and like, I'm sorry for all of you that I didn't post the link earlier. I honestly just forgot about it. It's just been such a crazy, like 7, 8, 9, 10 days. It's funny thinking back, like Monday, we were thinking about the hurricane. Tuesday, it was reality. Wednesday was like, Thursday, Friday, then we left, then we came back. It's just been nuts. It's just been pretty crazy. So anyways, here we are today, a brand new week. We had a spectacular weekend. We both left. We went to the Audio World Championships in Alabama. We drove. Speed Racer drove. And we made it. We got back and we had a wonderful time. Yeah. We had a wonderful time. Yeah. It was fantastic. It was great. Wonderful people, wonderful show. I'm looking forward to the next one. Just to hang out and listen to cars. We got to listen to some fantastic cars.
The next one is next year?
Next year sometime, yeah. Got to spend some time with Pita from PS Sounds. Yeah. He was there. It was great. We each one of us got to hear a car that he did. I love the way it sounded. I thought it was fantastic. It's my kind of sound. So that was nice. Had a good time talking with him. You got to spend an hour with him.
Yeah.
Had the midget with us, so that
still
was still with us. School doesn't start back until Wednesday.
Jesus. That's nuts.
Still driving from there. Yeah, right. Oh, BJ, I got to hear his truck. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I did. Gave him some good ideas.
Very nice.
It was fun, dude. It was great. I had a blast. Really?
Yeah.
And that's my watch making. I have this on vibrate. Anyways, it was a fantastic time. Would you agree?
Yeah. No. I enjoyed the whole thing. That was fantastic. Even the drive, it was good.
Wasn't that bad.
It was
we shot the shit the whole way. So.
Yeah, it was fine.
Hi-Fi was there. Vega, Hi-Fi Vega was with us. Chris Vera was with us. Mm-hmm. So it was fun. We had if you guys don't have the opportunity to go to, you should try to find time to get to one of these bigger events like this.
Now, what I would say is
say it.
Be patient with these guys because this is a competition.
For sure.
Right? And they want to do as better as they can. So some of these guys is like, you want to happen a demo to do something like that, but they waiting to be judged. So, if you don't have the chance, it's like,
it happens.
It happens. But
I feel like I got a good 8 cars, 8 or 9 cars.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. No, I was in and out of a lot of cars.
Very nice. I listened to some cars. That was good.
Sunday I got, I think, 2 more, which was cool.
I think the best part was to spending time with the people and talking a little bit and everything. So that was good. Yeah. It
was fun, right? Just to get to see that, because we always go to these industry shows, and it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Different group of people, thankfully. Some of our guys were there. Archie Speaks was there.
Oh, dude, Archie was there.
Such a bunch of time with Archie.
Fantastic.
I never knew he lived in Georgia. I just thought it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
I always thought he lived up north.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I don't know why. I should have known better. But no, it's been a good time with Archie. He's funny too because he's got this one customer who's like, you don't know those guys. He goes, I know those guys. I'll call them. And he's like, you don't know them. And
so if you're in Georgia, Savannah Car Audio
Yeah,
Is the
so
place.
for that guy that doesn't think that Archie knows us, we know Archie.
Yes, that is true.
He knows us. We know him.
We know Archie.
So it was kind of funny. But no, it was fantastic. We all had a great time. I hope you guys had a good, safe weekend. What's up, Fang? Keeper of time. And I know it must be Monday. It must be Monday. It's cool outside, 30s in the morning. The weather was fantastic. Hello from Wisconsin. Like, it was nice. At nighttime, I had to put a jacket on. It's good to see you guys made it through the hurricane. Trust me. And so, reality is we both just got our power back yesterday. Sunday morning, I think, is when the girls text me. They went on it. They left, too, because they're like, well, if you're not going to be here, we're going to go. So they went up to the parents' house and got to stay in the air conditioning there. Sunday night, somehow they found some battery-operated fans. So Haley was telling me that it wasn't too bad at night. About 10 o'clock in the morning, the power came back on, so Sue got up and was shutting all the windows. So by the time we got home at 1 in the morning, the house was cooled down. Your power was on when you got home.
Yes.
I just got a notification to tell me that the internet works. So for those of you guys that were bummed there wasn't a show this morning, I couldn't have uploaded it even if I wanted to because we had no internet.
Same thing.
So,
same thing.
Hopefully that we'll be able to do that. And the Monday show, if everything goes according to plan, I'm just going to release it on Friday. I'm going to split it into two. There's because it was 2 weeks in 1 week. We have the whole precursor hurricane nonsense, and we have everything that we filmed while we were out at, or everything we did live. Let me rephrase that, out at the show.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun.
All right.
Happy Monday. Freezing temperatures last night again. Oh, wow. That's
crazy.
Dude, we definitely are not getting that.
You want to put your first
ad?
Mm-hmm.
I just want, So for those of you guys, go ahead and get questions in. If you have questions, of course, it's time to start doing those. Normally at this point, we talk about the clean wire.
You can still go. Can you go? Because I have a cover.
I don't know. I did see the cover.
Yes.
Hold on. Yes,
so,
I can go. So for those of you guys, normally at this time, we'd be talking about the cover of the 12 Clean Wire Club.
Correct.
And because we were both gone yesterday, Fernando was driving.
I really apologize.
He didn't have time to find a cover.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But if you go to the Clean Wire Club page, the cover actually it's one of the Kenwood KACM 50 24 VT. BT.
Not VT, BT.
Yeah, BT.
Because the page is brought to you by the fine folks at Kenwood, this amplifier, if you're looking, it's that time. It's almost time for snowmobile time. If you're looking for a 300-watt amp that is all-weather amplifier, and we know this because we've submerged this thing in a bucket of water, left it overnight in a bucket of water, came back, dynoed it again. This thing, it's a solid 350, I think we've gotten on it. We've gotten lots of power out of these things. Fantastic.
Bluetooth
Everything
connection.
is controlled through and one of the cool things about this piece, let me go back just so you can see it. That the little controller there is wired, and that's where the Bluetooth chip is. And it also, a lot of these Bluetooth controllers don't have any features other than track up, track down volume. This one has big buttons, so you can touch them with gloves on. As you can see, you can hit it with these gloves. But those dots that you see underneath the Kenwood, one of the features that they have is that it says EQ. I keep switching back and forth. I could just do picture in a picture like that and save me the effort. Anyways, where it says EQ there, that's because it has all the same EQ curves that a normal Kenwood has in it. So rock, pop, jazz, whatever. They're all there, and you can toggle through them just by simply pushing through until you like the one and turn it up and down. It also has a preamp level output with subwoofer level control, or if you want to control the level of something else or a secondary amplifier. So anyways, not a guy today. No cool, clean wiring. I apologize. Don't worry. We'll be back doing that next week, and maybe we'll flip it. Maybe we'll have one up for Saturday. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put one. We'll flip it. So we'll run this until Wednesday, and then we'll put one guy up on Wednesday, and we'll take him down on Saturday. That sounds like a good idea, right? It's a good compromise. All right. So we'll find someone, and we'll show it to you on Saturday. The competition is fun. The people are so much better. Thanks for joining us, dude. Listen, we had a fantastic time.
Thank you. I really enjoyed the time. Yes,
I learned a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I learned a lot. Both of us, we were talking the whole trip home, the whole 9-hour drive home, with the exception of a couple times where I just literally passed out. We were
yeah.
Oh, dude,
dude, I was driving,
and I'm like,
and then we were talking, and then I'm like,
dude, I gone.
And I was like,
total narcolepsy.
okay, fine.
No, I was getting up early every morning to go over and join Brian. I was letting the goofballs sleep in because there's no reason for them to be up. So yeah, it hit me. It hit me on that ride home. But after dinner, man,
Oh no, it was fine.
But it was a great trip. There he is, Mister. I forgot my watch. Working on a 2022 Dodge Charger. Keep all stock locations. Would you go with the 3.5-inch coaxial from the Kenwood 69 6x9 set? 6903s. Or would you do a 6.5 component set? Worried about dropping the soundstage? Listen, this is a Toyota Tundra right here that normally would take the 6902s, but thankfully Dean owns a bitchin' set of tools. Guess what we put in the dash? The 3.5s. That's right. Why? Because they're awesome. Listen, I love it, but yes, I would do the 6903s without even thinking about it. And I know you asked me to do this, so I'm just going to do this now. Hey, this portion of the show is brought to you by the fine folks at Moscone. And I know that wasn't the button I was supposed to push, but I want to go over here. And one of the cool things, one of Fernando's favorite things is the 430 amplifier. He loves it. It's fantastic. One of the things that makes it so special is channels 1 and 2. It's an AAB class. That means up to a certain amount of power output is A, and then it does what Nick likes to call, Wingate, a slide into AB. So if you're trying to demand more on the amplifier. People love this so much, they came out with this guy right here, which is the Moscone Pro 210 AAB. That's right. So now if you're like, man, I really wish I could just have this for my bitchin' set of tweeters or my mid-range or a center channel or whatever you'd like it for, where you feel like you want the best in performance and clarity, you can go over and pick up the Moscone Pro 210 AAB and just get like amazing sound. Now, this one doesn't suffer Sed's fate. This one is 2 times 240 watts at 4 ohms and 2 times 260 watts. So if you wanted to put this on your mid bass, you could easily do that.
Totally.
And of course, I don't know why anyone would bridge it, but if you decided you wanted to bridge it, you get 720 watts out of it. Fantastic. But yeah, there we go. This is the Moscone Pro 210 AAB. For those of you that want the coolest thing in the world. Ta-da! All right, so let me go back and I'm going to put that on. And there we go. So if you'd like to find out more about this, head over to moscone-america.com. Find your local dealer, give them a call, give them a shout out. If you can't find a local dealer, of course, just give Paul a call here. Do you feel the Focal K2 are worth the money, say, over the Kenwood 1701? Okay. That's not even a fair comparison to those guys, like the Kenwood or the Audi. It's not even being fair. The answer to the question is, God, yeah, it's like, if you've got the money for K2, those are not the speakers you're looking at to compare it to. Just buy the K2s, because yes, those, yeah,
every single penny is worth it.
It's not even like,
yes,
yeah, that doesn't even make sense. Speaking of not making sense, what's up, Steve? Steve in the house.
Dope.
Utah. What's up? If you need those cool pods for your Focal speakers, give Steve a shout out.
Stereo Steve.
Yeah,
that's right.
Thank you, Fang, thank you, Fang. Sorry. Sergio, saludo. How are you?
Saludos.
What's up? Late to the party? Never late to the party. Never late to the party.
What kind of party?
I don't know.
Didi's party?
I don't know what kind of party it is. But anyways, yeah, it's all good. So today is Monday. We're back at it. We're back in the Bay. Remember? Oh, really? I'm only 20 minutes from Savannah. I need to contact. Yeah, dude. Yeah, he's got all the cool tools too. Lasers, CNCs, 3D printers.
Yeah, he's good.
And speaking of 3D printers, what's up, Brad?
Hey,
how's it going? He's been in contact with me this whole time to make sure everything's good. Windy.com. Windy.com. For those of you that just want to know everything about how the wind is moving, Windy.com is not a sponsor of the show, but damn, it will scare you. It scared me the whole week.
So don't download it, because
definitely don't go. It scared the crap out of me, but it was very accurate, and it allowed us to plot the hurricane as it moved on, as well as seeing where it was at, what it was doing. You can zoom in. Oh, it was fantastic. So thank you, Brad, for that, of course. And speaking of people, it's Mr. Bennett, or as I like to call Mr. Zabko.
Mr.
Zabco. Dude, there was a ton of
Yes.
Zabco amps there.
It was a lot of Zabco
and they're all the same. The black with the chrome, or black, not chrome, but
black with the gold.
Well, it's not gold. It's like copper. That's copper.
Copper.
Yeah,
yes.
it's copper.
Yes.
So that black and it's sexy. I'm not gonna lie, it's sexy.
No, they do.
I think it was fantastic.
Yeah.
So it was like Zabco amps, ARC or Moscone processors, or not Moscone, Helix.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's really
it was a mix in between everything.
It was an eclectic bunch between. So there was a lot of Helix. I'm gonna say Helix and Brax are the same thing. Okay, so we got a lot of Helix, Brax,
a lot of ARC,
a lot of ARC. That's like most amount of ARC stuff I've ever seen in one place. Oh, and by the way, Brad, I freaked somebody out when they were talking about the amplifier. Oh, hey, what's going on? I'll get to this next. The amplifiers, the Ferrari valve cover amplifiers, they were like.
So you can remove it for now.
I never even knew that, and I was like, and they're like looking at it, and they're going, "Oh my god, that is a Ferrari valve cover," and it was so weird. But we'll talk about that more later. I'll show you guys to them, so don't go look them up. I'll show you what I'm talking about when we get to the ARC segment. And then of course a lot of Moscone, or so it was like you had one of the three, and then you had the outliers like Jeffrey Hall had the JL. There was a couple guys with the new Foghorn Leghorn. Mm-hmm. What is it called? Anyways, Horn something. And there, that was a good sounding car. It had a full dyne system in it, which I liked. It had those really expensive British amplifiers, which was also very nice. Yeah. It was funny too because I was talking to the guy. And I said, "You know what these look like? These look like something that an engineer would have sitting on his bench. Yeah. And he would just pop in and out boards to test. Like you just screw it down onto the heatsink and then put the cover over it so when the capacitors blow up, they don't shoot you in the eye."
There was a one Morel truck, the red one, and all the way in the corner of it you didn't use.
No, I didn't see that.
Full Morel.
Even the amplifiers? Really?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there was plenty of Morel. There was like a decent...
It was Yeah,
there was Team Morel was there for
it's
sure.
Team Morel for sure.
Yeah. There was a bunch of...
What else?
Because even like, it was like ARC amps, Morel speakers, a lot of that. So no.
Ground Zero amplifiers.
Well, that was, I think I showed that on the live show. The ones with the amps that turned, that was pretty neat. That was cool.
Right.
I really thought that was...
I'm a single lady. Something like that. And the Ultra. It was one guy with an Ultra.
Okay, guys. Okay, time out.
We're not talking about the Helix Ultra.
Let me paint this picture. Let me paint this picture for you guys. Okay. I don't know who the gentleman was that owns it, and I'm not poking any fun at him at all. So don't, if he watches this or sees this, don't take this the wrong way. This just goes to show if you want to compete, if you want to get out there and mix it up, you should do it.
Doesn't matter.
So this guy shows up with a Grand Marquis. Okay, old school Grand Marquis. We're talking like old school cop car style Grand Marquis, and I'm saying it wrong intentionally. And he had up on his dash, you guys all know the speaker pod, the door speaker pod guy that sells the ABS pods that you screw onto the doors and you put all the speakers in. Yeah. Think of something like that, but in pods, the shape of an 8 sitting up on top of your dash. Like just literally took some book spells and he did. They were speakers. And everyone saw him pull in and everyone did this.
What's going on?
The heck is going on? Okay. And so... And I was no different. I was looking, going, okay, and like the wires are coming off the back. It's literally the strangest thing you've ever seen, right? Because he showed up a little late. Yeah. And so after seeing like a lot of these cars where it was like, and then this guy rolls in, and you're like, well, okay, that's different, dude. This guy pops his trunk. All right, I have seen one of these amplifiers in my life. Actually, I've seen two. And one of them was a prototype that I was very gently holding and talking to people about. You guys have seen it. And I think it's like $5,500 or $6,000 amplifier. It is the Ground Zero Ultra 2-channel amplifier. This dude pops his trunk and he has an Ultra sitting up on the package tray of his trunk. And I go,
holy moly.
Holy shit. And the guys are with me, I go, dude, that's an Ultra. Uh-huh. That's worth more than his car. Yeah. And then sitting next to that was a Focal number 7 crossover to go to his Utopia. So he had Utopia number 7s in there. And I'm like, what the hell it's like some weird parallel universe. It was the strangest thing ever. Like you would just walk past it and be like, oh wow, flea market. And then you go, whoa, hold on. Wait a minute. There's like $10,000 worth of stuff just sitting there. And so I didn't get a chance to hear it. So I don't know how it sounded. But it was pretty incredible. Zero.
Nothing.
Like goose eggs. Like there was no Audison there at all.
No.
Like none.
No.
It was very strange. But it does make sense.
Why?
Because other than the thesis, Audison really doesn't bring anything to the table that these guys would be interested in. Because there was I didn't see any DSP amplifiers. Everything was amplifier, standalone DSP.
Yeah.
Okay. Audison really right now with the Forza is all about consumer amplifier replacement.
Yeah.
So DSP's built in the amplifier. So none of these guys would be doing that. And Thesis, I think, was out of the price point for what, not always, because like those British amplifiers, of course, and the Ultra, there, and then there was a $30,000 one of the British amplifiers sitting right on the table, a dual mono design, almost like the Ultra.
Yeah.
And so it was one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I mean, what Thesis are like 11,000 a piece.
Yep.
Yeah, Vente is like 30,000 a piece.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But there was no Audison there. I just think it was because like it just doesn't fit into what the competition circuit is now. Now, if Gary would have showed up with his, with his car that has those in the trunk, that'd have been a different story. But he wasn't. So
yeah. But overall, it was a great show.
Oh yeah, it's the best thing.
Yeah, he said that.
That was bad. But no, it was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like my $50 beater with a Salt 8 in it. Right, exactly.
Dude, it was fantastic.
One of my guys was there, and so I did get to talk to him at it, and it was one of those things where, with his amplifiers, because he has those British amplifiers. Atta's guy has a British amplifier, and he has the ATM tweeters, pods that Atta made, and then the mid range right below it.
What car was that?
I don't know. I think it's like a BMW.
Okay.
It was right next to the C class that had. So it was like the C class.
Okay.
And then there was so it was like that whole section had those British amplifiers.
Because next to that one, there was a BMW that I think there's a girl. Or like
it was the one right after that. Okay. And I talked to him in the morning.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, we through some weird way we know each other. We've actually talked before. No Genesis. There was no Genesis there. Anyways, his car has to warm up for exactly 7 minutes. And so yes, it's an Audi. Thank you. Because
tweeters.
He was fixing, ATM, whatever, Chris.
ATM. I mean, it's actually an ATM because it's like, ching.
Yeah, and let's be honest.
Give me your money.
It's an acronym. We all know how I feel about them.
No.
AMT, ATM.
An Audi. It was an Audi.
Yes, it was. Because the Audi was crooked. The logo was crooked. And he was trying to fix it before the judges got him.
Deducting points.
Yeah, because they're So, anyways, I didn't get a chance to hear it, and like right when we were leaving, I was saying goodbye to him, and he's like, "You got 5 minutes?" I was like, "Dude, we gotta go. We're already so late for leaving. I'll get you at the next show."
Our good friend also, Joseph Norton was there.
Crazy Joseph.
Yeah, it was there. So,
well, it depends who you get them from, but yes, you can get some reasonably priced AMT tweeters. But no, I really enjoyed those. I really wanted to hear them once I saw he had those because I really liked them in the SL that Peter did for PS Sounds tuned. Yeah. He tuned it. He didn't do the install. The other guy did the install. I think you said he had helped make the A-pillars.
Yes.
To mount because they had to mount them up higher.
I was talking with him, and he's like, I had to came early to finish.
Because it seems like even looking at Atta's, those have to be up pretty high. So, because I'm thinking that they don't, because of the whole design of the AMT tweeter, I'm thinking that they're like, they have this level in which they're going to play at. So, anyways, it was really fun. We had a good time. As you can tell, we're definitely talking about it a lot.
Where is it?
What are we doing?
No, somebody asked for how did the Volt did.
What did?
The Volt.
Oh, Bryant's?
Yes.
He won 3 world championships.
What else?
He got like 8 other things. He did get one of the cool cassettes. So he won one of the cool cassette trophies, and so he's going to send one to Fernando. If you guys didn't see that in the show, don't worry. We'll have him out.
But it sounded nice. I mean, it sounded phenomenal. I listened to it.
The Volt?
Yes.
I didn't listen to it on purpose.
Just by, we almost left, nobody was there. So I'm start walking out, and, Brian is like, hey, you want to listen to it? And
I think I hurt his feelings because I told him I didn't want to listen to it.
And no, it's nice. It's phenomenal. So,
all right. So
suspected.
This next segment is brought to you by the fine folks at Arc Audio, and So while you were talking, I was looking up the valve cover amplifiers that we've been talking about, and so even though this, we want to talk about the Moto stuff, like we have the cool Moto
amplifier,
which we just found out. Okay,
whoa, hang on, but you just pushed it.
Okay, anyways, it's an earthquake. So one of the things we just found out, this is the Moto power kit for the Harley Davidson, and this is apparently one of the only plug and play harnesses for that particular vehicle. So if you're looking, well, it is still a vehicle, but it is a motorcycle. Anyways, this is the HD FH 2024 RCA. Obviously, it has power and whatnot, but if you want the original, the OG harness for your motorcycle, this is the one you want to buy. Okay, and you can kind of get where I was calling it the original. It's not that people are cloning these; they're just charging more. Anyways, we won't go into that. This is what we're supposed to be talking about: is the cool Moto line of things. I just bought the Bluetooth stuff. Anyways, but what I want to show you today is something a little different. So because we talked about them, this is the Arc series amplifiers, and I'm gonna get this to go large here. Okay. Oh, that was neat. Did like a dance, and that's as large as it's gonna get. Oh no, there we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, so these are modeled after the valve covers in the Ferrari. Oh, hey, wow, that was neat.
You can do it.
I can't. I'm trying. Anyways, let me figure out what I did here. So the cool thing about the Arc series amplifiers is you can buy them with and without DSP, and if you want to, you can always send them back and have the DSPs put in them. So it's kind of like if you're undecided about life, you can get them either way.
And here he is,
Joseph Norton.
Yeah.
Dude, we had a great time with Joseph.
He's coming to Florida.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, drive safe, my friend.
He had the weirdest shirt in the world, so he wins that award. But anyways, if you'd like to know more about Arc Audio, of course, you can always head over to arcaudio.com. Check them out. There is a ton of information there. You do have to kind of thumb through it, but I will tell you this. Since we've said they had the worst website, I have been going through and really paying attention to other websites, because if I've made this claim, I'm apologizing, because they do not have the worst website in car audio. There are things that we can do to it to make it better, and we will try. However, there are some websites out there that these manufacturers should be downright ashamed of themselves, and this is not one of them. If anything, this has too much information, which does make it sometimes cumbersome. But again, I like a lot of information, so that's fantastic. But if you'd like to know more about these amplifiers, head over to arcaudio.com. If you'd like to know more about the Moto series, head over to arcaudio.com. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to pull one up while you're getting ready.
Okay.
The Helix RX2 Pro is something else. I'm glad they finally using the latest in Class D amplifier chips and car amplifiers. Yeah, it's funny because I ran into Jeff, of course, and we were talking, and he's talking about all the new stuff because that's his new job. And my answer to all of it was, "Oh, that's interesting. I'm sorry, I haven't been out to be trained properly. I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, it's okay.
So, but yeah, no, I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. Hi guys, I have a DMH 342EX with only 2 volts of RC output, but my amp
wants
6 volts. What are my options? So you have a couple options, actually. One, sell that radio and buy a better one that has more voltage output. And if you're like, I'm not doing that. The other option would be to go over to audiocontrol.com and pick up yourself a Matrix. The Matrix is a line driver that will allow you to adjust the voltage output. It has 6-channel preamp level output, but as the audio control Matrix. Now, depending on how many outputs you need, so for example, you're doing front to rear fade, subwoofer, or whatnot, they also have the LC1, right, LC1i,
LC1i, yes.
So they also have the LC1i, which is a one-channel line driver / high-level to low-level adapter. But one of its cool features, it is a, sorry, not one channel, one pair of channel line driver. So it's a left and right line driver built into it as well. And I think Arc Audio also has a line driver. Hold on. Noise gate. Yes. We also have the ADL, which is the advanced line driver from Arc Audio. So this is the box here. This is it. So, like I said, depending on how many channels you're looking to do, you may only need a 2-channel. So this is the Arc Audio ADL balanced line driver right here. That'll also solve your problem. Now, the reason why I said you might want to just buy a new radio is because none of these solutions are what we would call reasonably priced. They do come at a cost because the idea behind these are a little bit more advanced. Now, the other thing that you can do that we haven't talked about is just buy a DSP or digital sound processor, because most DSPs come with line drivers built into them, which will allow you to have the best of both worlds. Now you can just use your radio as a source unit. You can go into a cool DSP. You could probably get a nice DSP for just a couple $100 more than what you're going to spend on those things. So it might be worth doing that. So there again, those are your options. Check them out, feel it, see which one works best for you, and you can go from there. What is Chris asking? He says, what's in the box behind you guys? Looks like Christmas. It does look like Christmas. Most of the stuff, so when let me get rid of this. When we had to remove everything from the front lobby, thankfully we did that because it ended up getting wet up there. And so we haven't had time because we had to get to work today. So we haven't had time to put everything back. Plus I ordered a bunch of cabinets. So it's going to be messy in the install bay, unfortunately, for the next couple weeks, which I'm not happy about.
Just don't pay attention to the background.
We'll get over it, though. Yeah. We'll get over it. Good evening.
Good evening.
I have a Helix DSP.3 and my audio control LC amps. Mic light indicates clipping, even though the Helix is not clipping. Any thoughts? Pay no attention to the milk light.
Perfect.
Just pay no attention to it. It's just... I've been down that road before, man. Just don't pay attention to it. I know that's the wrong thing to say, but just don't pay attention to it.
What do you prefer? Kenwood Exelon versus the Rockford Fosgate Punch? Product today delivered the same quality, in your opinion?
So, I think price for price are very similar, which makes this a fair comparison.
Yeah.
Here, most of those amplifiers, like Punch-wise, Punch is a fantastic amplifier. I'm pretty sure we all know that they do great dyno numbers. We know that Kenwood does great dyno numbers. I think where the two differences would be is size.
Hola, Jovas, ¿cómo estás, brother?
I think the Kenwoods are going to be smaller in physical footprint size because that's their goal. Their goal is to make them tiny, okay, really super thin. Whereas the Punch really doesn't care about size. They're big. That's what they are. So I guess what it would come down to for you to consider is how much room do you have? If you're like, I don't have a lot of room, then I might go Kenwood just because you don't have a lot of room. Now, if you're looking at Exelon, if you buy it from an Exelon dealer, you're going to get a 2-year warranty, which is kind of nice. That might be motivation there. But I really think the thing that sets those two apart is going to be size. Other than that, no. Oh, it's Goldhorn. That's what it was. I just noticed that because the does anyone know how to change the light color on an ARC series amplifiers? I heard that you can change it with or without a DSP. Mine is a Helix. I don't know what that means. Why would he say mine is a Helix? Your DSP is a Helix. I don't necessarily know. However, the great thing about Arc Audio is that when you actually go to arcaudio.com, a box pops up that asks you questions. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, let me go over here. Can you hide that for a second for me? If you go all the way to the bottom of the page right here, where it says contact us, there's this cool phone number right here. And the reason why I point that out is, yes, you can. The guy who's going to answer the phone might be Bradley, this guy, who's yeah, because they're all there. they all sit in this little hot box, and they're there.
And the equipment is there.
Yeah.
So
you're not going to get second tier tech support. You're going to get first tier tech support. It's very strange.
For
I know.
Spanish, please, Brett. No.
No. So now that we've been there, we've seen it. I have some really cool ideas. I want to go back out there, and because Brad has the AP right there in his office, and I want to do
actually demo.
I want to do some AP work.
Yeah.
And really get, like, we've done AP with Kicker, and I had the very nervous person try to explain what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Brad, fortunately, is not that guy. He's what I love about these engineers that are fun, and he can talk. He can dumb it down, and I'm like, oh my God. It hit me the other day. I was like, I need to fly back out there and have Brad just go through the whole AP and talk about how awesome it is. Probably because he sent me a bunch of AP stuff the other day and was like, look at this. And I'm like, you suck. So even the Analog Arc Series amp have it. So it can be done. But yes, I would reach out to them. The amp has a USB port on it and will connect to the software. Okay, so basically, I'm guessing that's the DNA software, because that has to be what it is. So maybe try that before you call them. Plug it in, download the DNA software, plug in the USB port, and see what it is.
That's fantastic.
Mel! So, Mel, does this mean you're buying a new truck?
Why do you want to buy a new truck?
You can stay in my 2-channel room. I can sleep in the chair. Yeah, no, we'll have to figure that out. We'll definitely have to do that. So anyways, yeah, there's a USB port on the amp. So definitely try that. Okay, moving on. Because I hope everyone is having a good time watching the show. This has been a very interactive show. I'm having a good time today. I'm probably having a good time because we're both very tired, which means we're a tad bit giddy. But anyways, plus Brad is actually answering questions. I love it when that happens.
There you go.
Anyone ever wonder why in the hell we're still using RCAs? There's so many better options nowadays that don't pick up noise along the way. So this is a great question, and I'm sure Brad has a wonderful answer for it. I'm not expecting him to type it because he will.
He's gonna type it.
Don't type it, Brad. Save that one. Save that one, because that'll make a great video. But I can tell you this. Everybody feels the same way you do, all right? The problem is that, for one, it's a very accepted way of doing things, and trying to get all these guys to agree on something specific is terrible. Not all manufacturers use it. Like on the SE series, they had the phone cable that you could plug in to do it. Like, so that made things really nice. On like the Audison, you had the full DA, which was all cables. On the VXI amplifiers, they have cables. Back in the day, we used to have DIN connectors, which were 15 volt, balance that would go in. Alpine, Pioneer, those all used DIN connections to go from radio to amplifier. But the problem was no one could agree on a standard. Yes, they tried Cat 5. That was it on the SE amplifiers that Brian has in his car. So I agree. We all want something better. I don't think Toslink is the answer to this question because they're so fragile and we're in cars. I just don't know. We even tried mini XLRs at one point. And in the new F1 status, they're using full-size XLR. So I just think it's because there's way, like, are you going to get Scar Audio to change away from RCAs? Probably not. So, or any of the other ones for that matter. So everyone's just kind of falling into the, and trust me, when it comes to audio, some of these companies, it's just the path of least resistance, man. Is everybody making RCAs? Let's just use that. You know, and it sucks. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But, okay, so, all right, I'm going to do this and we'll save you for last. This next segment is brought to you by the fine folks at Audio Control. That's right, Audio Control. Hey, did you know, Fernando?
Yeah.
Did you know that Audio Control now has truck boxes?
Truck boxes?
Yeah, that's right. Pre-made truck boxes with their subwoofers all set, ready to go. I think this is a fantastic idea because not everyone wants to build a box. Okay, what is going on here? There we go. Sorry. Not everyone wants to build a box for their vehicle. And so now you can get one preloaded, fantastic fiberglass enclosure This guy right here, all set, ready to go. This is for the F-150s. They have them for the Chevy. These are well built, well constructed. As you can see, it had the speaker port as well as the XC90 connector. I don't know if I said that right. I always screwed up.
XTC 90.
XTC 90.
Something
Yeah,
like
that
that.
one. It comes in the box, the big tail, so you can solder it on. There again, it is a fiberglass closure. You can head over to audiocontrol.com where you can order it and or go to your local dealer, pick one up. We just gave one of these to our good friend Hi-Fi Vega, who just bought a brand new Gladiator. We had the box that we did the review on, which we were totally blown away by because we didn't know anything about it. We didn't know it was fiberglass. We've never heard the 8s in that. We've heard an 8, but we've never had the dual 8. And it was fantastic. He now has that one and is going to just rock it out. Oh, there's a show. Dean, you need to send me a memo. I do?
You didn't send a memo?
Oh. Sorry. Next time, bro.
No, we're not ignoring you. Okay?
No, I didn't get it up to like 5 minutes before the show.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So I screwed up. It was my fault. All right?
Come on, bro.
I know.
Can't do that.
It was my fault. I take the blame. I'll take the hit. Anyways, head over to head over to audiocontrol.com or Arc Audio, whichever you prefer. Check them out. Here goes right here. I want the F-150. I want an audio control box
For the Ram.
And we do too. We're right there with
everyone,
you.
yes.
I think they just launched these two first. The rumor has it is that there are more to come.
Yeah. I mean,
when running a DSP, I assume you can run higher power amplifiers than what the speakers can handle by adjusting the level or gain of the channel of the DSP. I mean, everything has a gain control.
yeah. So now this one is almost similar.
Hello from South Carolina. When connecting a DSP to the Amp Pro, can you connect the power ground of the DSP to the power ground of the Amp Pro? That's a totally different question.
Like DSP.
I mean, technically, yes. You could do that. You could. I've never done that. I always just put a power distribution block and come right off of it in the back. But no, there's no reason why you couldn't. Yeah, you could do that. But anyways, back to the first question. So yeah, you could. I just like to use power distribution in the back and just go off to it that way. That usually works for me. So as far as level control and the DSP, yes, most DSPs have a ton of adjustments for level, gain, and output volume. I don't think that matters whether you have a DSP or not. The gain on the amplifier is designed to voltage match the output. Now, if you have something like, okay, so if you're running, let's say, a 5-volt head unit, and you have an amplifier that's like got a crappy gain section, and yeah, I mean, I've just never run into this where it's been an issue. But yes, you do have the ultimate control with the DSP. So if you want to turn it down to a whisper, you can. So I guess more of the question would be, do you have the ultimate control of the DSP? And the answer would be yes, you have the ultimate control. You can do anything you want as long as the channel that's on the other side of it is just that one speaker. Hello, gentlemen, from the cold and rainy
Chris.
Akron, Ohio. Enjoying the show, and thank you for your knowledge that you have shared with us all. Thank you. Hi. Have you ever done a floating radio?
In a 2012-2015 Kia Optima with the Nightmare Dash. That's a nightmare for sure. If so, any tips to getting more flush of the dash? Looking at the Sony 9500 ES or the Kenwood 1037S or the Exelon equivalent.
Okay, so funny you should ask. So we don't have the video out yet, but you're going to get it here shortly. We just put the 9500 in Fernando's car.
The Sony one?
The Sony 95. Yes. Now, here's the difference between those two. The Sony is the most advanced radio that Sony makes.
The Halo.
The DM1037 is not. That would be a 1057 would be more equivalent with the 9500. Now, if you're trying to get the thing really tight into the dash, then you're probably going to want the 9500 because it's a single DIN chassis, meaning that you can. So what we end up doing in Fernando's is iData made a kit for it, and it worked. However, where we wanted to put the radio, it wasn't going to sit. So, because I wanted to do the same thing, I wanted to push it back as far on the dash as we could. So the nice thing about the single DIN chassis is that you can put it right in the center, which is what we needed to be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could push it back further. We ended up moving it back about a ½ inch back. Then we had to tilt the screen 1/4 inch so it was perpendicular the way he wanted it. And when we did that, it pulled that thing in there like super tight. Now, someone did mention the Halo. And the nice thing about the Halo is the screen and the box are 2 separate pieces, so that you can make a mount and then plug it in to, like, if you have a whole dash assembly that you're going to be putting in, like you will in the Kia. If you wanted to, you could make a mount for the High 10 or the new, what's the new one? The new High 10. It's not the High 10. It's the Highlight 10 or High 10.
Horizon.
Horizon. Sorry, I knew it started with an H. The new Horizon 10.
Yeah.
And you can mount those to the actual dash panel because it's not attached to a brain box behind it.
Yeah.
The Horizon the Horizon 10 also has 8-channel preamp output, so you can do, let's say, tweeter, mid bass, rear, sub, or 3-way and sub. So it's a little bit more advanced. But the 9500 ES would be easier out of those 2 choices, and would also be a better radio than the 1037. So it's pretty advanced radio. Hopefully you've just... Did we get to that yet? Did we do the video?
I don't think
This
so.
is part 2 on that? Oh, why not? I don't know. Anyways, they're in my head. I've already done them, so I don't know if I've edited them or not. But yeah. Are you going to be doing a video on the Horizon 10 unboxing soon? That's a great question. I don't know. Because they'd have to send me one.
We don't have one yet.
I don't have one yet. Do you know how close iData Maestro is to releasing the feature for retaining the factory mic? So that's actually a product called the Mic 1. That's not going to be a feature. It's already in the harness. It's actually going to be a box. It's not just like a, hey. So it's going to be a box. It's going to be this year. As far as I know, it's going to be this year.
I'm still waiting too.
Yeah, we're still waiting to get them. If I think about it and I have time this week, I will give them a call and try to get an answer for that. I'll give my boys a call over there, see what is happening. LC5i Pro hooked up to a JL 7005.
700.5. On the 4 doors of the Kicker CXA 600.1 for the subs. It was recommended that I replace the audio control with the PAC Ampro APCH41. It's a 2019 Grand Cherokee. What are your thoughts?
So the quickest answer to this is yes, but we know we're not going to do the quickest answer. But if you want to leave now, you can. Okay, let me explain why. So an LC5i Pro is a high-level to low-level adapter. Great little box. We did do an unboxing on that one. The cool thing about the LC5i Pro is if you don't have any means in which to get a preamp section out of your factory radio, you can use that to do it. So it's a great solution for that. Now, times have changed. And now we have things like Amp Pros. And an Amp Pro is designed to talk to the radio, like physically talk. Like, hey, what's up, radio? Not much. What's going on with you, Amp Pro? I'm just chilling. Hey, you want to send me a full bandwidth signal, 20 to 20 with no EQ and no dynamics, what you guys would call bass roll off in there? Yeah, I would love to do that. Well, here, let's talk. Let's shake hands and let's make this happen. Here you go. So now what's going to happen is the Amp Pro is going to go in there. It's going to make the handshake. And then out the other side of it, out the RCAs, there's going to be no equalization, flat signal, no dynamic EQ, meaning like when your subwoofer is booming at low volumes and you turn it down or turn it up and it doesn't get any louder and you're like, well, that kind of sucks. That's going to go away. And you'll get 5 volts of preamp output. So yes, is it a better way to do it? 100% better way to do it. However, this is the thing you also got to keep in mind. It's because it is going to make this EQ in it perfectly flat. That means if you're not going to do some kind of an other EQ, like a DSP of some kind, or just something with equalization, it may sound a little lackluster because it's giving you those RCAs. So it's like you're buying it. It's like taking your factory radio and turning it into an aftermarket radio, but you're not getting the EQ section that you would get in the aftermarket radio, like that 13-band EQ. So you're still going to have like just bass, mid, and treble. So if you're planning on doing this, which you should, I would think about also adding some form of equalization. Now, if you like the way it sounds, but you really hate like the dynamic subwoofer nonsense happening, then that's definitely a reason to do it too, because that'll solve that. You'll immediately get more bass. But the mids and highs, without a DSP and only having the 3 little bands of the radio. Now, the cool thing is when you're setting it up, if you do happen to plug it into a laptop and download the Amp Pro app, you do have the option to change your bass, mid, and treble EQ points. Okay, so if you like it brighter, or if you like it to be a little bit more bass heavy, you have 3 options. So you can go in and you can adjust where those 3. So you can basically make like a 3-band parametric EQ out of your factory radio, which makes things a little bit more excitable. No one ever uses that feature, but it's there for you to have if you simply just plug it into a laptop and download the software. So should you do this? Yes. Now you know why. Nice seeing you guys. Dude, you guys have no idea like how fun it was to be at this event. We've talked about it all show. Yeah. We had a wonderful time. I can't wait to do it again. We just got to figure out which one we're going to.
Come back to a show like that.
More than likely, it'll probably Still Valley Regionals at the end of the year, because I think when Aggie Land is going to happen, we're probably going to be too busy to go, which kind of sucks.
And then we're going to come back and compete, and we're going to beat them all. No, I'm just kidding.
That's all you, bro. Hey, do me a favor.
Give me a second before you go.
Yeah, no, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm just you're fine. I just need
I'm fine?
Yeah, I just need to do that. Okay, what do you got? Pull something up?
Go ahead.
You need to pull something.
I'm going to.
Audi 5000 says, D, have y'all installed a system in a 2021 Kia K5? Would I use the audio control LC7i to replace all 4 door speakers and add a sub? So we really haven't done that particular car, I don't think, yet.
We added a subwoofer. We did? That's it, but not a full system.
So first off, if you're going to do it, I would use the LC7i Pro over the LC7i. That's probably what you're going to get anyways. The difference between the LC7i and the LC7i Pro is the Pro has the load resistors built into it, which you'll need in order, as we all know, in order to integrate into a factory stereo. Now, with that being said, I get the price of an LC7i is pretty reasonable. For a little bit more, probably $300, you can get into something that has a DSP.
There you go. I was like,
to me, I'm either buying an amplifier with a DSP already in it and just going to use some load resistors, some greens. That's what it needs, LGD greens.
Yeah.
From Audio Control, or Metra, or Memphis.
Load resistors.
But I'm not buying LC7i. I'm buying a DSP of some form.
And it's not because the LC7i is bad. It's because you can get more out of it.
I want to make a difference.
Correct.
Now, if price is an option, or price is an object, which it always is, you can always do an LC7i and plug that into a DSP. So, for example, like we haven't got to it yet, but the Powerbase has the
DSP
8-to-8. It's like $300.
Yeah. So, for example, JJ. Oh, thank you for the 5.
And there again, also a key lock. Yes, thank you, Jay. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that, but yes, I used the key lock on my 2022 Sorrento, and it has been great. Now, there again, if you don't want to use a DSP because of whatever reason, the key lock is a smart high-level to low-level adapter, as most of you guys know, and I'm sure Audi, you know that. And what it does is it takes care of all the de-equalization portion of it. So better way of doing it. The disadvantage is it's only 2-channel. So if you want front to rear fade, obviously you'd need 2 of them. Mm-hmm. If you don't want front to rear fade, which most people know, you just tap the 2 front speakers and you're good to go. The only thing you got to keep an eye out for is if the backup sensors are coming through the rear speakers, and if they are, then you got to retain them. But other than that, it's all good. Thank you, JJ, for reminding me to remind myself. And hey, this next segment is brought to you by the fine folks at ThinkWareStore.com. That's right. You can head over to ThinkWareStore.com where you can find all kinds of cool stuff. And I think there's actually a sale going on right now, because when I was looking at it at first, it had this Prime. Big deals are here. Hold on. I guess it'd help if I did that. So, yeah, if you head over to the page right now, big deals Big deal days are here.
Big deals.
Yeah, so you can find this locally at your shop, or you can buy it directly off Amazon. Oh, how cool is that? So for all you guys who are like, there's never a dealer where well, there you go. Solve the problem.
You know I'm a big deal.
You are a big deal. That's thinkwarestore.com. And of course, for those of you that are like, awesome. Now, we just got back from the road trip. Remember how I said you need to pop your card out because it's re-recording over everything.
Yeah.
So we need that footage.
Yeah.
So
probably.
Yeah, we need to pop that out before you go home tonight. Well, okay. Well,
like tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
And anyways, yeah, we took it on the trip. It was fantastic. I'm sure we have some really crazy footage of this guy driving. Dude, that one guy, the Dodge guy with the trailer, that kept doing this. Oh my God. Like like, I don't know. This guy was just nuts.
Can you plug my charger?
Yes.
I totally forgot.
No problem. But anyways, because you never know.
You never know.
You never know. All right, moving on. Mike Rios in the house. What's up, Mike? I'm going to take a breather while you're doing that.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
All right, I'm going to pull this one up. Dean, do you have favorite non-modern vehicle to have an upgrade stereo? My favorite is the 95, 97 two-door Cutlass Supreme. Okay.
Wow.
Definitely not mine. Definitely not mine. I'm trying to think if there's like, I mean, I always thought the Ford Ranger was fun because you could like knock that thing out in like 5 minutes. Like the 90 to 95 Ford Ranger. Like you could put 4 5x7s, a new radio, and subs behind the seat in like 2 hours. Because it was like everything just radio pulled out. There's like 3 screws on the door. Running a power wire was nothing. We banged those things out left and right.
Really?
Oh yeah, that was. Like,
I'm not.
No, you're not. You're not that old.
I would pick Honda Accord 2017, 2018 and up because it's only one screw holding that door panel, and then everything comes out quick. Boom.
And you can run wires through them so easy.
And it's like speaker bracket. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, yeah. Dude, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
The problem is like
but that
we
rear
add
deck.
So much stuff.
Yeah.
To that Insta light sound treatment, he makes brackets and we run wires, and it's never.
Did a lot of 350Zs back in the day, like that first gen 350Z. Like did a lot of those. The 300Z sucked.
Yeah. God,
that was always.
What's that, Lino?
Lino star on Instagram. Get all your 3D printed needs.
Yes. Has there any new audio control line output converters that currently have the LCQ1?
So the LCQ1 is one of my personal favorites, along with like the DQ61. And I think those are basically what you have and I have are things that no longer are going to be produced because the DM810 and what used to be the DM608, no longer. It's just now the DM810. Have pretty much, they're easier to work with. You just plug them into a laptop. And I know there's plenty of guys, like I was talking with somebody this week. I was talking with Joseph. And he was like, I just want knobs. Not him. He's saying people just say they want knobs. And in there again, the LCQ1 was a fantastic piece for its time. I still think it's a relevant piece, but I don't think they're going to update it. I think that's one of those pieces that's going to just be like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't see it getting a rev on that one. I don't see there becoming an LCQ1 Pro, which is a shame because it was a really cool piece. But yeah.
Oh, we also spent time with Jeff
Smith.
Yeah.
No, I had a good time with Jeff.
Did you make the show and he was there?
Did
you make the show, the live show, and he was there? No.
No, we just talked. We talked very private.
Very good.
We talked about some, murders and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty
Fantastic.
Cool. What do you got?
I got this one.
Okay, I'm gonna highlight that one. Hey guys, glad to see Milton didn't get y'all. Trust me, we are too. I installed the Sony 7000 and I love the simplicity of it. But compared to my old Pioneer, I have it crank up the volume to 30 out of 50. Normal? Yes. The reason why is because there's a power band, meaning how the manufacturer controls the volume. Okay, Pioneer kind of does a bubble. Okay, so Pioneer starts out quiet but gets loud real quick and then stops getting loud. That's just Pioneer has that bubble effect. Sony uses them because they're nerdy. They're more nerdy and more like picky. They have more of a linear volume knob, which means it's going to be like quiet, 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 a little louder, a little louder, a little louder, and it's just going to be linear. Not everyone likes the linear volume knob. I'm a fan, but you find yourself turning it up more, okay? Because it's just, you got to do it. My other thing too is if it goes up to 50, I'm at 48. That's where I'm
48?
at. 48? That's where I'm at.
If it does 50, you go 50.
So, and the thing is and the only reason why they put numbers on these things is because it's a blessing and a curse, okay? If you put a number on something, I can tell someone, don't go past this number. Okay,
that
so
means go past
this.
Number.
No, don't go past this. Don't touch the red button. Touch the red button. Don't touch the red button. What is this guy? Wow, this is the only person we got to do this?
His name is Sebastian.
Touch the red button. Don't touch the red button. Touch the red. Anyways, but the curse is that people that haven't used to the way that particular manufacturer's volume works, they're used to somebody else's. They turn. I was at 30 before and it was loud. Okay, it's fine, but it goes up to 50, so keep going. You know, the Pioneer taps out early because of the way the volume knob is designed. Like a Kenwood never taps out. So it goes up to 40. You're at 40. You're playing it at 40. Your sub will tap out at 3, but the volume will go up to 40. Okay. I've never dynoed the Sony to see what it will do. We should probably do that because we didn't have it when we were doing those videos. And now it's in your car, so much for doing that. But no, just don't be afraid. Don't pay no attention to the numbers. It's okay. It's okay. They have updated. It's called a DSP.
LCQ1?
Wow. Mary Lou just like throwing some major shade, bro. She's just like, boom. Wow. Man, she's pulling no punches, man.
Like,
yeah.
Wake up.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, and she's not wrong.
Oh no,
you know,
I know.
like in the end of
I'm
the
just,
LCQ1,
right.
yes.
I'm just trying to be
a
a little bit more politically correct. Dean, does Amp have a digital suggestion box? I would love to see a T harness with optical RCA pigtail, optional RCA pigtails. No, they're not going to do that because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. However, they do sell a product that is what you're looking for, okay? And this is probably why they won't do it. But what you're looking for from Stinger is this guy right here. This is it. This is the X12 line. X12 line. So you could probably do trying to get this to show. But it's called the X12 line. And what it is, because I need one for this truck, it's just that. It's what you're asking them to do. They just sell it as an add-on. So we buy them by the 100, and this is what we use to solve that issue that you're talking about. So it's the
same company,
but no, they will never do what you're asking.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I do need to order another 100 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's it.
Right there.
Pushing the button reminds me of Dexter's Laboratory. Dee, you fool! Yeah. That does this. What does this button do? I love Dee. I love Dexter's Laboratory, by the way. It's one of my favorite cartoons.
Dee. I thought you were talking about the parties.
No, Dee was the girl. She was Dexter's sister, and not the Dexter killer guy, the cartoon, where he was a mad genius, smartest kid in the world. Yeah. Haley's Audison Accordia Part 2 coming. Actually, yes.
It's coming? Where?
No, I'm trying to figure out.
I thought that they coming, so I'm like, where are
Hold
they?
on. Thank you for asking that. That is a fantastic question because I do have an answer for that. And
You're just taking so much time. So
yeah.
You know, just be patient, guys.
No, hold on. That's an important one.
Everybody's holding on.
Okay, hang on. Here we go.
Yep.
All right, so the 16th, which is Thursday. So Thursday, we're actually going to record it. I don't think it's going to be live, but we will be doing the recording on the 16th of this week. Will be part 2 of that. Ooh. So the following week, we'll be releasing it. So yes.
So next week.
So sometime next week. Probably
Don't say the day. But
well, no, it'll be the Wednesday. It'll be the Wednesday or Thursday recording
just in case
show.
Happen, you know.
In case, I'll let you know.
Yes.
But no, so we will be recording it this week. So yes, thank you. That's important. So,
it is important. That's why I put it on.
Because we were talking about it last night, and I was like, I can't remember. So is it? Oh, the Wednesday is the 16th. Sorry, we'll be recording it. I'm looking at here. It looks like 18. I can't see, guys. Give me a break. So yes, we'll be recording it Wednesday, which is tomorrow.
The 16th.
No,
today is the 14th.
Today's Monday. Why are we playing these games, guys? Why are we playing these games? So, what day is it? Anyways, we're going to record it this week. Next week, we'll get the video.
Will you guys get the video? That's it.
Yeah, we're going to go with that.
Perfect.
So, thank you for Swizzle Sticks for letting me know.
Mr. Horn?
Are the Horn-style tweeters worth it? Depends. Depends what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, typically when I think of a horn, I think of what we call speaker by the pound, which is like that, big giant tweeter horn. And there's an intended purpose for that. I don't know what it is. It's usually to go in a big PA that blasts you, and then or go in a stunt wall or something like that. So, is it worth it? If you're building a system that requires that, then it's totally worth it. If you're not, and if you just want a tweeter that'll blast you out of the car, the horn tweeter is the way to go. Yeah. Now, sometimes you will build a horn for a normal tweeter, like we had to build a horn for an alto tweeter, which is a super expensive set of Morels because of where it was going. So we built a horn to mount it into the factory location, which is just a funnel to flare it out into the factory location. And it was great. It sounded fantastic. We had to felt the inside. It was a lot of fun. All right, so we got to end this here soon because we're running out of time. I have a 2020 RAM with the bass audio using the Amp Pro to integrate into the system. Is it okay to use the bass knob that comes with it? Also, is it okay to shorten the wire? It's a country mile long. Yes, we use the bass knob as much as we can because it's so long and it's easy to mount. It's a fantastic bass knob. 2, I've never shortened the bass knob. I simply just zip tie it up into a nice loop, not a tight, but a loop. I don't know of any reason why you couldn't do that because it's just 2 wires. I've just never done it because I don't know. I just never thought to do that. So
no,
I'm sure you could. All right, hold on. I thought I saw something here, but I guess, yeah. Did you do? You did hold on. You did 2010 Corolla. Can you make a fuse holder for under the hood? I can buy. No idea what that looks like. Yeah, we don't keep blueprints for that stuff, unfortunately. That's okay. So do me a favor, shut that off if you can. Yeah, no, take your time, do your thing. All right. So listen, guys, that's actually the show. I know it went by so quick. We've had so much fun. We'd like to thank you, our viewers, for tuning in tonight and having a good time with us. We'd like to thank everybody that we met this weekend out in Alabama at the Sound Off that we went to, the World Finals. We had a great time. It was fantastic. Some of the nicest people in the industry we've ever met. It was the coolest thing ever. I strongly recommend that. I'd also like to thank our sponsors of the show, Moscone, Gladen, Focal, Audio Control, Thinkware Dash Cams, and, of course, Arc Audio, as well as 12 Volt Clean Water Club as Kenwood. Yeah, it's been a fun. Last week was crazy, guys. We're just getting settled back into the store. So, yeah, this is just going to be this way because I ordered some new stuff. We had to rip out the carpet up front. It's just, but hey, if you'd like to follow along at home, make sure to tune in to the daily updates over on Instagram. Talk about what's going on in this truck right here. We'll, of course, talk about it tomorrow when we finish it up. And that's really all I got. For those of you that are bummed that there wasn't a video movie, whatever, this week, this Monday, we didn't have internet and we got home at 1 o'clock. Don't worry. I'm going to put them out Friday and throughout the weekend. I'm going to cut them into 2. I'm going to cut like the hurricane crap out and then the stuff from the Sound Off so that everyone you can watch what you like.
And if we didn't answer you question, we apologize.
It happens.
Yes, tomorrow, 5 minutes with 5 stars sometimes.
Of course, there's always the Saturday
There's
show.
always the
And
Saturday
Friday,
show.
of course, we're back with the news. It's so much to do.
Oh, Mr. High Five Vegas right there.
There it is. Yo. And we're going to end on that. Yo, it is. See ya.
Bye.